Why you can't stop snacking at night? It's not hunger. 0 minutes. It's 11 p.m. You already ate dinner. You're not hungry. Not really. But you're standing in front of the fridge anyway, and some part of you already knows you're going to eat something before you close that door. You tell yourself it's a snack, but the real reason has almost nothing to do with your stomach. It's about a switch in your brain that starts flipping the moment the sun goes down. And it's been flipping that way for longer than food has ever been safe to find. 0:45. For most of human history, food wasn't guaranteed. Some days there was plenty, some days there was nothing. And the bodies that survived those gaps weren't the ones that ate exactly what they needed. They were the ones that grabbed extra whenever it was available and stored it as fat, just in case tomorrow brought nothing. Geneticist James Neel called this the thrifty gene hypothesis in 1962. Bodies wired to hoard calories when they can, because scarcity was always one bad week away. Nighttime was especially dangerous. Darkness meant no hunting, no foraging, no gathering. So evolution built a small window at the end of daylight, a last call, where the drive to eat spikes, not because you're starving, but because your body is closing the book on the day's opportunity to store fuel before the next uncertain stretch. That switch never got the memo that the refrigerator is stocked. No matter it is at 2 o'clock. No. Here's where it gets more specific than just evolution. Psychologist Roy Baumeister's research on self-control found something researchers now call decision fatigue. Every choice you make during the day, from what to wear to how to respond to a difficult email, draws from the same limited mental resource. By 9 or 10 p.m., that resource is running on fumes. The part of your brain responsible for saying no, the prefrontal cortex, is the same part that's been working all day to keep you focused, polite, and disciplined. It's tired. And it's the first thing to go quiet at night. Meanwhile, sleep researcher Matthew Walker's work on sleep deprivation found something almost unfair. When people are even mildly underslept, their amygdala, the brain's reward and craving center, becomes more reactive to images of food, especially processed, high-calorie food. Less sleep doesn't just make you tired, it turns up the volume on wanting. So at night, you're working with the least willpower and the loudest craving signal of your entire day. That's not a coincidence. That's just when the two curves cross. 3:30. This is where it stops being just biology and starts being design. Food scientists have a term for it, the bliss point. The precise combination of sugar, fat, and salt that lights up the brain's reward system harder than any single ingredient could alone. Snack foods aren't just convenient. Many are engineered, tested, and adjusted specifically to be more rewarding than a home-cooked meal and to leave you wanting another bite rather than feeling finished. Neuroscientist Nora Volkow's research on food reward has shown these foods can activate the same dopamine pathways involved in substance cravings, not because you lack discipline, but because the product was built to override it. Put an already tired prefrontal cortex, an ancient just-in-case-tomorrow-is-scarce switch, and a bag of chips engineered to be irresistible in the same room at 11 p.m. And the outcome isn't a mystery. It's physics. 5 o'clock. If you felt like nighttime is when your discipline mysteriously evaporates, it's not a character flaw showing up on a schedule. It's your most tired brain circuitry meeting your oldest survival instinct at the exact hour both are working against you at once. This isn't a willpower problem. It's a timing problem. And once you can see the timing, you can stop treating the 11 p.m. fridge trip as a moral failure and start recognizing it for what it actually is. A 100,000-year-old habit still running in a body that no longer needs it to survive, just like the hand that reaches for your phone before your mind has caught up. Different hour, same ancient circuitry. 5:45. If that phone-checking comparison sounds familiar, I broke down the exact same reward system in my last video. Same wiring, different trigger. Subscribe for more of the real research behind the parts of being human nobody explains.